The French didn't want to get in because they didn't want to be part of a losing army. His job is to find the hole. Military strategies, the job is to find the weak point. Wouldn't you like to know how he did it? If you're at home, find a way to get ahead. If he came into an industry and he wanted to blow it up, he would look at what everyone else was doing and do the opposite. Mac Aguabor, where we at? Haven Real Talk. So this week's topic is finding the hole. What do I mean by that? Well, in sports analogies, the running back gets the ball, and his job is to find the hole. In military strategies, the job is to find the weak point in the battle where your soldiers' efforts will be the most effective, right? So you flank and you're doing all these maneuvering to try to get to the weakest point to break through. You can use all the different strategies, but the point in business is to find the hole where you're most effective. This week is a critical week because this week, no matter where you are, you can find the hole. Now, this is going to apply to two different people. You can find the hole whether you're going to conference or whether you're not. So here's what I'm going to tell you. If you're at conference, here's how you can find the hole. This event, it can be used, it can be just attended, or it can be transformational. Here's how you find the hole if you're going to this event. This is the only time that all these top folks doing, we've got a guy that did 1.6 million himself, calling the same leads you call, y'all. I'm like, wouldn't you like to know how he did it? If you call him yourself, he probably won't take your call. But these people, they'll be walking around like normal folks. So to find the hole, you need to engage. What do I mean by that? Well, we used to have a scavenger hunt. I'm gonna give you an idea of a scavenger hunt by sharing my screen. In this scavenger hunt, this is one of the things we did in the past. You would actually go around and you would actually find these people. So you have two options. You'll see these people around. You would find Dominic. These are people that whether you're new, you may or may not know. Colton, Zach, this guy, Michael Sandman, he was 19 years old, did $500,000, 400,000 himself. Rob, all these people, they're just walking around like normal folks. That's one thing I love about Sean. He doesn't have people, like superstars. He's like, we're all normal people, right? So you find them and you ask them questions, the same question, and you will take a notebook and you will write them down. Here's some questions. What was the defining moment when you knew this was it and your business just took off? What was the one thing that you did to ensure your agents were as hungry as you were? They go through these questions and you ask everyone the same question. What is your lead spend? What was the hardest thing that you had to confront in your business? Have you ever doubted? Guys, they give you real talk. They're not canned answers. That's how you find the hole, y'all. In addition, so you're talking to these top superstars. You know what's cool about that is this. When the mind starts asking these questions and you start engaging in these people who, guys, these are people doing some big numbers. You start coming to some conclusions. The conclusion is what you've heard from the beginning, that you can do it. And it's all about buying leads, dialing leads, running appointments. Why? Well, I used to think Steve Giordano. I'm like, dude, that guy, no, he's cheating. Not cheating, but he's cheating. Like, there's no way to do like 1.2 himself. Like, how do you write 1.2 million yourself? Like, I'm like, okay, so I've seen Steve. So how many dollars do you got? Steve, he said, I don't have $1. I'm like, what the? So like the mind, when you're not winning, it creates these stories to make you feel good about yourself, that you're not winning as much as the other guy because he has to be cheating. Steve says, you know what Steve says he does? Hey, I dialed this day and this. He does full day dial days. He still goes in the home. But here's what Steve says he does. When he's out and about driving, he's dialing in the car. So he has his sheets printed out and he's booking appointments. That's how he does it. He says he's booked X amount of appointments. I mean, he broke it down. He said, I spent X amount of leads. He broke it down. And someone like Steve, I mean, he was saying he spends like, 15 grand in leads, but there's a guy doing 100 grand a month. I mean, come on, it all works out, right? So that's how you find the hole. You experience it, you engage, talk to people, get out of your comfort zone, because somehow you've created a story that's putting you where you are. That's why you got to go stretch. These people are only going to be in this place one time. And that's why they're there for. They will give you real answers. They're normal people. They will tell you if they're afraid. They will tell you what happened. If someone came up to me and asked me, Mac, did you ever think about quitting? Yes, I did think about quitting. Yes, I was actually about to quit when I was coming to the event. I'll be honest with them. That was my last event. I was going to quit. And I was not wanting to, but I was so frustrated. And the answer came. I was grateful. Had I not been at the event, well, what would have happened? I would have had the same frustrations, but the answer would not have been there, right? So again, that's how you find the hole. If you're not coming to conference, here's what's cool. You know what, was it Grant Cardone? Yeah, he says, if he came into an industry and he wanted to blow it up, he would look at what everyone else was doing and do the opposite. That's what he would do. So how do you find the hole if you're not at conference? Well, the top producers are going to be there. And during those 3 days, guess what they're not going to be doing? Buying leads, dialing leads, running appointments. So guess what you could be doing? Buying leads, dialing leads, running appointments. Guess what would be plentiful? Leads. Now, you can try to glean as much as you can, but I'm telling you, wow, the best time to kill a snake is when it's sleeping, right? If we're talking about competition, you got the top producers are chilling. So if you're at home, find a way to get ahead. You may not be the sharpest tool in the shed. You may just suck. But that was my approach. My approach to winning was not that I would be so good that I would beat you. My approach was I would work harder than you. Maybe you walk 1 mile a day. I would walk 1.2, 1.1, 1.01. And maybe day one, it won't see a difference. Day two, maybe not. Day three, he's like, he's just ahead. I'll let him do his thing. But by day 60, I got a whole lap on you. So that's how you start finding the hole. Now, this principle, it's not, unique. I'll give you the application of this principle. In battle, I think it was either George Washington, he was one. The best generals, they look like they're beaten, defeated. The best generals. But that's when they win. George Washington, when he started this battle with the whole American thing, they thought he was a coward. If there was a New York Times, it would have said, "Coward George Washington runs away again." They fled more times than they hadn't even won a battle. That's why it took so long, because they needed some reinforcements. The French didn't want to get in because they didn't want to be part of a losing army. They've already lost money in all the revolution and all that stuff. So they want to be part of the winning, and they were going against the English. Well, what happened? Well, let me mute out.
Mac, you're muted.
Thank you very much. If there was a time to strike, this will be the time to strike. Right now, right here. So guys, we find the hole in a couple of ways. Well, in order to find it, you have to first observe. You're looking at your numbers. If you don't know your numbers, I remember when I was a running back, sometimes you don't know. You don't have time to analyze. Well, we do the best you can, but you got like 2.2 seconds. You need to just start moving. You get the ball and you just go with your gut, and you go left, go right, and whenever you see it, boom, go after it. What I mean by that is, hey, maybe buy some leads. Maybe go run them hard. And as soon as you get some kind of momentum, press hard and go after it. That's how you find the hole, not only in life, in business, in anything you do, guys. So that's it. Take care, take charge.